It is spook time once more
Oh,
with
yeah.
Strange Aeons, the last episode for The Whisper Out of Time, the fourth book in this series.
Hell yeah.
I am joined once more by the people going into the great unknown, starting with Mr. Gregor, played by Luke.
I am Malin Gregor Hawken, an Ustalavic duelist and local inspector for the Lepidstadt and University of Ustalav. And I am also Luke Kenny, one of the many DMs and the man who made the YouTube channel and does all the businessy stuff for the channel. And also the guy that you can find in the Let's Plays. That fucking fat ass with the long hair. That's me.
Well, you had half of me. And then we have our goth punk, not goth, pastel.
Yeah, pastel goth, yeah.
Had to think the word. Miss Erin, played by Scott.
Hello.
Scott, you need to take lessons like our buddies out in fucking Las Vegas. They learn how to talk like a girl. Like all the dudes out there, so they can like scam fucking sad old dudes.
Oh man, I've fallen so victim to those.
Wait a minute, you didn't need gas money.
Wait a minute. All right, and then last but not least, we have our wild man, Mr. Aneurin, played by Maddie.
It's Wild Maine.
I'm sorry, just the oily blue person.
That's him. I should have drawn oil all over his body. Now that I think about
it. Just glistening.
Yep, just shining, shimmering glisten.
When we last left off before our little hiatus, the party had been trying, as they've been for books now, to track down Hasserton Lyles IV. Well, this led them on a whole field trip, all the way starting in Ustalav, now to the flesh markets of Okano. Once they got there, they realized Lyles had been on the hunt for some slaves that could take him into the desert to some unknown location where he is bound determined to go. After impressing a hyena princess, getting some information from one of the best slavers in the land, you find out that his contact is a slaver known as Biting Lash. Biting Lash is another Gnoll slaver. Gnolls are so much fun. And
they are fun, as long as you can get around the nightmarish shit they do on the regular.
Oh, I mean, they're only at the flesh market. It's like, how bad could it be, right?
Yeah, the laughing flesh market.
Once we got here, it was explained that Lyles made contact with Lash, and that's where he went from there. So, you all tracked it down, and through some slick investigation skills, Gregor ran into a certain individual.
God.
An individual that claims to be a Yithian in a human's body. Which, I mean, that is what Yithians do. And supposedly...
They claim.
Yeah, they do. And supposedly, that it knows everything going on with Lyles. Now, it's kind of a far-fetched thing for a person in the cell to be saying. But...
yeah,
the fact that she was speaking through Gregor's mind... it has a little bit of merit to it.
The fact that it was telepathy, the fact that this person looked like they could die if I spit on them and they were still mining from like a stone wall, and the fact that they knew me both by name and what I was like, the name of the person we were looking for, that did lend some merit to their claims.
A little bit. So, what we know now is that we have to either convince Biting Lash to help the party, get rid of Biting Lash so we can unlock our Yithian friend, and or both. So, once the negotiations with Biting Lash were going south, Erin decided to reveal herself and pink mohawk this, if we will.
Or pink, what, long hair, what, I don't know. Ooh, Earth, oh god, I forgot!
So,
we're Erin, stuck in the thick of it, boys!
Just kind of said, have a taste of this, more or less. As you look up, there's been a storm that was brewing, and what you all once thought was just the desert airs being rapidly torn around was actually a spell of Erin's machinations. And from them came 8 mud elementals bombarding themselves at the enemies. This is going to obviously start initiative.
Can we get the volume turned down a little bit on that, actually? Sorry.
I
know I said it was okay earlier, but I guess I was a little too hype.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the elementals are obviously going to spawn in.
Here's how this works. Each
Yeah.
elemental lands on another token.
Yeah.
They obviously can't occupy the same space, so then they get shunted to the side. Both the elemental and the other token, the enemy token, take 66 bludgeoning damage. And then the elemental also gets a turn, as they get to do their fun shit. If they survive, that is.
Okay.
They immediately act, or they just roll initiative?
They get added to initiative, but you
Okay.
know.
Yeah,
So
I was
here's
like,
what we're
holy
gonna do.
shit, that you get that
We're
many
going to
turns.
roll initiative for everyone real quick. I'm just going to put the elementals and the nulls on one initiative tracker, make this a whole lot simpler.
Gotcha.
More simple, and you're going to understand why here in just 1 second.
All the gnolls give birth, and the babies roll initiative.
What that was... Oh, man. Talking
Hey,
about...
it is strange, Aeons. Anything can
Archai.
happen.
I mean, that is true. Alright. Where is old Drippy Draymore?
Can't wait to see if biting lash is actually like worth her metal.
I doubt it.
Alright. Now, so, initiative starts with a technical surprise action. And, Scott, how do you kill each one of the nulls that's not biting lash? Like, what happens?
They just get.
I imagine that, like, she is up there spieling on and on and on, and no one seems to notice, but it's starting to, like, rain, but it's not water, it's, like, mud. And then she gets fed up, she's like, who dares approach me with such crassness, and blah, blah, blah. And I just am done with it in the back, and I appear, and I say, you! And that's when a fucking landslide falls from the heavens, and pummels each one of these into the dirt. As they try and get out, the elementals are suffocating them beneath them.
I just think it's like drop pods from falling from orbit. Just.
You gotta think about like how
Basically.
much that would weigh.
Yeah.
Like, slamming in from that height.
I mean,
God.
I'm going to remove them from the map because
That would
like,
just
they
like
literally...
break your neck on impact.
Exactly, yeah. They're not even, like, here anymore. They are now, like, part of the fucking foundation of this place. They have
Wait,
been melded
all of
into
them?
it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, these don't have to roll. Like, these
don't
things
have
are
very
going
many
to
health.
fuck them up.
Oh yeah.
Biting Lash is going to immediately,
Bail.
like, scream and say, no, it's inconceivable. But, you know, like...
Oh, that's right. She had a goofy ass voice.
Yeah. Like, this cannot happen! And she
Oh,
gives
God.
as a free action, she gives a real loud wolf whistle. And she says, let's see if your bite, and from behind Scott, is as bad as your lash, the other one says.
I am flying, keep that in mind.
I know.
Wait. What? What? What?
And the other one, basically as a mirror image of the other one.
The funny
Oh.
part is Luke is still disguised as
As a
Yeah.
null. Yeah.
As a
Still
null.
thinks that I'm a null.
Josh T is disguised as a what is he?
No,
He
Josh.
looks-
Josh T.
No,
is,
Joshy is wearing you as a fucking wreath
Yeah.
right now.
No.
Or a wreath like as a
No,
scarf.
he used his alter self ability, and he looks like a hyena.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, yes, that's right.
And I'm an eel pretending to be his chew toy.
That's right. That's right.
So she doesn't know that we're actually her enemies yet.
Yeah, like, currently, she
Well,
thinks
no,
there's something fucky going. Like she
Yeah,
thinks that you all are
she
like
is-
against her.
She thinks that I'm someone to be dealt with, but then clearly, like, because earlier I was meeting with her and she was pissed at me. I remember that. So like,
Yes.
combat was beginning, but Aaron, who was flying behind us invisibly, that she did this shit to start everything off.
Correct. So, give me 1 second. All right, now Draymore's turn begins. So, what is Draymore going to be doing, Miss Aaron?
Draymore has altered self to look like a hyena man? Like a knoll?
No,
or
a hyena. A regular
Looks like a
hyena.
hyena right now.
Oh, okay. Looking at his spells that he has prepared. He is a prepared caster, yes?
No.
He's a spontaneous caster.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
an oracle.
He's real close to her. What is the range on this bullshit? I have not looked around his spells as much as I should have.
I mean, it's okay. It's only been 3 weeks.
Give me one moment. I'm sorry, my wife came into the room. Communal protection.
A real
provision.
high.
Tell her no girls allowed. No. Oh, communal protection from alignment.
Which alignment?
Good.
Evil.
Good.
I mean, these are good questions.
You three are protected. I'm not.
Cool.
He slaps you with his tail, and he flicks me with his tongue.
Oh, all right, Caculine.
Cockly!
All right. So protection from alignment, communal, nice. Good shit. All right. The body lash in the back is going to go, and he's going to yell out, "Sister, I shall make quick work of this one." As it seems that Biting Lash is more of a moniker than an actual name.
Ooh, what's she gonna do? She's
She's
gonna
going
bite.
to look at her spear and begin in a flurry of motions, begin chucking it at Scott.
Who's Scott?
Who the hell? Oh, it's a returning spear.
Oh, badass.
Those all hit.
Oh
Ouch.
yeah. So like she tosses it javelin style, then when she rears back to throw it again, it's automatically back in his palm, and he just keeps going back and forth till it's done. So it's
Cool,
got a
that
total of
half helped me.
40 damage.
Yeah.
Get yourself out of there, girl.
And he begins giving the evil like
The hyena
yeah,
laugh.
yes. All right, Aneurin.
Yay!
Do what you were built to do.
I wish I had. I don't have a picture on my profile to be an eel. It makes me sad. But
If you
Gonna
did,
go.
I'd have been blown away.
I'm going to pop out of his mouth and shift
You
5 feet.
flop onto the ground.
Okay.
I do that.
The
Yeah.
eel flops over.
Ah, now I'm going to full attack.
The biting
I hate
lash
this.
begins laughing out loud. So what? What is this going to do?
All right, so I
Like, he
am.
turns around like that, like,
Let's kill
surprise hamster meme from, like, 2010 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Ta-da!
We're gonna as
Gonna
a
fucking Fish-style tail whip her to
swift
death.
action, we're going to activate my aspect minors. We're gonna choose Tiger and Electric Eel. Since I have Chimera aspect, I can choose 2 minors at once.
If you look in Thursday Night Game, this is the last thing biting lash the first is going to see.
Beautiful.
All right, you ready for it?
Not really, but you know what? Let's go. Maddie, I need you to describe what's happening. I need you to explain to everyone else what's going on right now. What's going through your head right now?
Does this look like the face of mercy to you, chat? Does this look like the face of mercy?
What's going through my head right now is, man, I've never fought as an eel before. I hope I don't mess this up.
Don't mess this up.
All right, so here we go. Full attack.
Yeah,
We're going
then.
to start with the tail attacks. Here we go. I'm going to go. Bam, bam, bam. Those are all touch attacks, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know. They all hit. Don't worry. And all the damage is on there, right? Like all cold, acid, fire, electric, it's all there, right?
Yes.
Right. Holy shit. Okay, now I remember why Thursday Night gives me PTSD.
All right. And then a bite.
Yep. That hits.
And then a gore.
Yep.
And then
Mammoth eel.
a sting.
Yep.
So
I
there's-
don't have.
There's
don't have the
been
sheet
some
on.
time. You want to explain to the class how the fuck you're capable of this?
Yeah, while I'm
Oh.
doing the math, that's gonna
I
hurt.
forgot to add the elemental damage onto that last attack, so I need to add a cold, fire, and electric. So
And just like that, our
Uh,
viewer left. For anyone watching, Anurin has a shitload of items and a build path specifically in Pathfinder that gives him a shitload
Okay.
of natural attacks, and he's playing as the class called the Shifter, which has the ability to turn into animals and take on animal aspects, gaining traits of those animals. So long story short, he's turned into an eel that has the combat ability of like a tiger and a mammoth and a bunch of other weird shit.
Okay.
It's better if you don't think about it too hard.
all right, so there's that. So 5 more fire on that last attack, 4 more fire, 4 more cold, and then 5 more electric.
So all that damage goes through, and you can tell you fucked up the female biting lash super fucking hard, like, and she's like, she is so stunned, she has no idea how to react. That this fucking eel that's just squirming on the ground did all this to her.
I'm just gonna, I guess, heels. I'm pretty sure eels hiss. I'm just gonna hiss at it, like.
She is so confused and hurt that she says, "What are you?" And then Aaron, it's your turn.
I turn around and look down at it, and I just point up.
He looks up.
It does
A
it again.
huge one.
It does it again.
Oh. I see.
You just see a huge mud elemental with a fist coming right at it.
Here comes a giant fist.
It's the fucking punch from One Punch Man, the massive fist.
Flap.
Kerplop.
Also, they do get to act in the round that they are summoned.
Well,
But they
Nice.
start off prone.
So how much damage did this take?
12d6. To both of them.
Quite. She's fucking lord.
Okay. Oh, lordy Lou. All right. I see. Now what? Now what, Scott?
It is entrapped. So my enemy is now entrapped. It has to make a fortitude save or become entangled for the entire duration. The fortitude
DC?
save is based off of, it's basically, it's constitution based. It's based off of the
It's more
constitution
likely
of the earth elemental.
It's okay. Give me 1 second. I actually have the sheet right here.
The mud
The
elemental.
DC is 19.
Okay, so it's not. Okay.
So it's untrapped.
Yes.
All right. So the thing plops down. They both take some damage. Now
But
what,
it's-
Scott? Does the thing get to attack or no?
It gets to act in that turn, but it starts off prone, so it has to stand up.
All right.
Well, I mean, it'll act. It'll act in this
Yeah. No, it acts in this
round.
round.
It just still gets
yeah.
added to initiative immediately.
All right. Well, there we go.
Nice.
Nice. Also, there's not a token for elemental.
Actually,
sword
no, it
using this
says
token.
a summoned elemental acts on the same turn that it lands, starting prone
Oh,
to the nearest
shit!
available space
Oh.
adjacent to its
Oh.
target.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
Alrighty. So it was prone. It's gonna, I guess, stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Biting Lash will make an attack opportunity. So just the first one. 33 will hit the thing, dealing 15 damage. And now this thing's got a standard
DR10.
attack. Nice. All right, Mr. Mud Elemental. What you got going on here?
Give it a big old slap.
A clap, clap, clap. A slap, slap, slap.
Clap, clap, clap.
A slap, slap, slap.
What the fuck is that from?
That is Bulby. Bulby from
From fucking Jimmy Neutron.
yeah.
Yes.
Every time I look at the stream and I see how much bigger Anurin is from everyone else, it fucking
Just
makes me
one.
laugh. Oh god.
Okay, so it is not crit, but it does have a chance to entrap again. So Biting Lash will make the Fortitude save. He does, but still more damage. Damn, pretty fucking stout. All right, it is now this Biting Lash's turn. With a spear extremely similar to the one that the other Biting Lash has, she is going to use it, but as a two-handed weapon.
Oh no.
Ooh, is it a double spear?
It is. Well, she has the combat style two-handed weapon, so
Ooh.
yeah.
Nice.
So that's her
Targeting.
attacks. Targeting you, Anurin.
All right.
But only the last one hits.
But it doesn't confirm.
Yeah, just 12 damage. Nothing special. All right. Excellent.
Yay! My turn.
Just see it, Luke.
Okay. Do I have that feat yet? No, I don't. Okay. I'll just simply step over to here for 10 feet of my movement.
Yep.
Then I will swift action draw out my rapier cane, and then give him a poke. Poke.
That's gonna poke real good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Nice. All right. Is the Earth Elemental already?
All the
Oh, these are
elementals.
Yeah, they're just gonna. They're all gonna move in.
We
best
make
they can.
holes in teeth. We
Yeah,
make holes in
20-foot
teeth.
movement.
They look like the cavity creeps.
And since they have the bar ability, I'm just gonna say they can like all move in as
Yeah.
much as possible.
Slither on in like
Yeah.
mud. Like
All right.
mud slithers.
Rocky?
Yeah.
Like Rockily, yeah. All right. So 5 slams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of those are gonna hit, unfortunately. Actually, yeah, none of those are gonna hit. All right, it's Draymore's turn.
You ain't going nowhere. You got you for
Draymore
5
should
minutes. of
probably
playtime.
go assist Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking he would do anyway.
More
What's he
like-
gonna do?
Being all lovey-dovey.
Miss Aaron?
Who's gonna look back at this guy? Feeble
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, that'd do it. Oh,
That's a will
Oh,
save.
So close.
Yeah, he's. And I'll say Draymore also like move forward as well.
Yeah.
But he only has 20 feet of movement, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's like, get your hand. I can't do the fucking accent. It's just like, get your hands off her, you know?
get your bitch ass hands off my woman.
Just how I remember him sounding. Biting Lash is going to immediately respond to the fact that someone tried magicking him. And the fact that there's this huge ass rock elemental right next to him.
Indeed.
He is going to just kind of yelp out in surprise and pain and just deal with the rock elemental first. The mud elemental first.
Nice.
That will not confirm, sad for me, but some damage comes through.
Wait at it.
Alrighty. We go to the next person.
Me. I'm gonna finish it off.
So-
Swift
1, 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so I'm gonna swift action activate Chaos Reigns, get my slam, give me another natural attack, and let me turn on my flanking bonus. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Gotta scroll down, pages all laggy because there's so many attacks. Alright, here we go. Pop, pop, pop.
All right, Maddie. So you can go ahead and roll the rest of the damage. Yeah, I want to see it myself. But explain to me how you're killing Biting Lash the first here.
It dies with the first attack?
It dies in the third one.
Third one, okay. I'm just gonna whip my tail around and just go.
Oh, like a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like super strong attacks because they're doing fucking 21, 12, and 11 damage before.
You ever seen a man slapped by a really big fish?
Yeah, so it's like
It's like that.
Pathfinder is a silly game.
But yeah, here's the other attacks.
A bite, a gore, a
Oh,
slam, an eel
my
sting.
lord.
You know how eels sting things? This one
Yeah.
did it.
You know, I don't even feel bad that the boss at the bottom of the Mysterium almost killed you.
The fucking that gif of the dude driving like a speedboat and a fish jumps out and smacks him in the fucking face. That's how I imagine the slam one. He just lunges himself and smacks him and fucking body slams him in the face.
So yeah, you utterly decimate Biting Lash. Like, just completely, fully. She's done. There's no more going back to her. Seeing this Biting Lash will immediately scream out, "Sister!" And will read the situation in the room and will attempt to surrender. He will throw down his weapon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my turn and command the Earth Elemental to grab him. Just have him make a grapple check, I suppose.
Oh, the guy won't even try.
He's just
He is
engulfed in
seized.
this thing.
Yeah, basically only his paws and his head are like showing from the inside of his Earth Elemental right now.
It's like that one dude during the Mermaid Island One Piece thing when he gets captured by like the swamp freak
yes.
user.
Yeah, the
Oh, you know when Father
freezer.
absorbs Hohenheim and it's just his face sticking
Yeah,
out?
just parts of his body sticking out. Yeah. From one fucking Full Metal.
Biting Lash will scream out, I'll say anything. Whatever you want, take it. Slaves, the keys are back. Whatever you wish, take them.
I'm gonna
Gold,
drop my facade.
plenty.
And then I'm also gonna drop mine, so I return to my normal.
Return to an 8
glistening
foot tall.
self.
2 casts of Mage Hand and I have both their spears.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, you have them both. And he just says, come now. We can talk something through. We can make a deal.
That we can. When it comes to business, you'll find no mind in all of Galarian sharper than I.
I'm gonna get close, like, remember me?
Oh yes, that's right. You
Remember.
have unfinished
I'm
business.
gonna-
statue.
Gonna land next to Draymore.
You're the pup we sold to Laos.
Seems you made a bad trade.
I feel like this is business not meant for me, so I'll leave it to you two fellows.
Should have known we should have left you in the Riverlands.
You should have left me well alone. Now, to business. I'm gonna crack my neck and then my knuckles, and then I'm just gonna be like, easy way or hard way, either one works.
He spits in your face.
I'm going to backhand him real good.
His face can't even move from where it's engulfed in the stone. So you literally snap, like you break his lower jaw. Like, he can still speak, but you've definitely cracked it.
Okay,
He
well
screams
done,
in
Andrew.
pain.
I'm going to I'm going to give a tap to your shoulder with the curve of my cane and say, that was well done, and I believe if you wished to remove his head entirely, you could have. So, since we need it intact for what we are here for, why don't I give it a shot?
No!
Oh yes, I'm
The
afraid.
the hyena spits out like a couple of his fucking
Says
massive
something in
canines
Yeah.
and says, I'll speak to the blue one.
Well, sir, I'm afraid
Oh.
that you're going to want to take his easy way, because the hard way involves bureaucracy and lawyers. And then I'll leave.
Being humbled by a former slave. He must feel humiliated.
He just looks like, I imagine his face is halfway pointed up to where the Earth Elemental had him like looking at Aaron, but his eyes are just looking down at you. And he'll simply just grunt and won't even acknowledge the fact that you said that. He'll just say, "What do you want, Blue One?"
Laos.
That aristocrat.
Do you
You
know
mean-
another?
He did mention that some former slave and some other associates were supposedly picking up the trace on him, a tail on him. I suppose it was you he was speaking of.
I never lose a scent once I catch it.
He kind of grins. He actually kind of smirks a little bit when you say that. And he says, "You and I, we're not so different."
Oh, we are completely different. I am tall and blue, and you are short and hairy.
He says, "We're both beasts. We both know what we want, and we'll go to anything to get it."
I mean, I guess that'd be like
You would have made a
very-
fine slaver.
No,
Come now.
I
Listen.
would never be a slaver. Confining people and things and not having them roam free in the wild. That is not good.
Everything has a price, but I'll graciously digress.
Then
Laos came through a couple days ago. He bought most of the slaves we had here. He was going somewhere in the desert.
where?
Some ancient dig site?
Where?
I don't. He will kind of like barely move his nose to like the big like kind of snake-looking statue back here, and he'll say, "There's a compartment underneath the mouth of the snake. There's a map that details where every slave we sold is going to." He'll say, and then he'll continue to say that Lao supposedly went to the location marked on most recent on the map.
I'm gonna get over to the statue. This one?
This one back here in the back, where Body
Oh!
Lash first died.
Oh, back there. I thought you meant those statues. I say, all right, hold on. I'm gonna grab a big chunk of mud and stick it in his mouth, and then I'll run over here. I'll find the compartment, but I will roll perception first because it's probably booby trapped.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boom.
It 100% is trapped.
Let's see. I don't have disable device.
I do.
I say, Gregor, assist me.
Oh yes, it seems that the hard way is required.
What? No, the papers.
Old man coming through. There he is. I'm going to look it over. Is it I'm going to use detect magic. Is it a magical trap by any means?
Initially, the initial trap is not magical, but you can sense magic coming from beneath the trap itself.
Oh. As in the things within are magical, or there is a magical trap?
A little bit of both. You can detect about 3 auras.
I see.
It seems as though while an inexperienced spellcaster wouldn't detect a magical trap in nature, it seems that this initial trap will set off something magical underneath.
I see. Well, so the trap isn't magical, but the effect is.
Correct.
Gotcha. Well, by a glance, would I know what the disable device check DC would be?
Yes, 30.
30? Ah, not too difficult. Well, let us have at it then. I'm gonna crack my knuckles and hurt my hand, wave it in pain, and then push my glasses up. Do the thing where I lean my head back, looking under my glasses, because I'm an old man and they do that. And then have at it. Hiya! Yeah.
Yep. So you disable the trap, and you can feel the hum of magic that was directly beneath the initial hum of magic die away.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those like I flip something and then I hear it start to like speed up with ticking. I'm like, and then it stops. And
Yeah,
then,
it was
a little useless puff of smoke comes out. I just give a thumbs up with a smile.
yeah.
Well done, me. I high five myself.
Whenever the compartment opens, there is 3 things. One of them is a map. Another one of them is like a quill. Well, I guess it's like an inkwell and a quill. The third is a key.
Okay. Well, I suppose. Let me see. Is it written in null?
It is.
Fuck. Well, I suppose we'll have to go to a translator for this. Luckily, we are one of the largest
Me.
populations. Oh, you speak null?
Yeah.
Oh, well, have at this, please.
I also speak Danurin.
Yeah, it's comic. Yeah, for comedic effect.
There you are. I hand this to Aaron.
Yeah.
There's also a key and a quill. Do these 2 items have any magical properties?
The key definitely does. It seems to have some kind of transmutation effect.
A transmutation effect. Spellcraft to identify?
Yes, go ahead.
I don't think that would work.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
Well, Sam, Aaron,
yeah.
I believe I detect a magical aura coming from this key, though what
I look at it
capabilities
for like
would that-
half a second and then I go back to the map.
Aaron, you know that the key has some form of the spell knock attached to it.
Huh.
Some kind of weird. It's an amalgamation of spells where you can detect the spell knock is associated with it.
I just
That's
look
cool.
at it. Well, in that split second, I just mutter Skeleton King, and then I'm back to this.
Oh, excellent. This is I'm gonna shout over to the male biting lash and say, "This is rather ingenious of you, I must say."
He tries to speak with there's mud in his mouth.
Must you hold the man so tightly? He's constrained.
You notice now that the Earth Elemental is no longer an Earth Elemental, it's just a pile of mud because the spell ended.
Oh, that's cute. I mean, he would still definitely be trapped, and he's high as hell if he thinks he's getting out of here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's not even trying.
I'll take the mud out of his. I'll take the clump of dirt out of his mouth and chuck
Yeah.
it into the pond.
He'll just. He'll kind of look at you and say, "See, there is a map."
I see that.
I have a
Written
question.
on the map is.
Aaron,
Mike.
so we're going to answer Aaron's question really quick. So the map looks like a typical map of volcano and the surrounding, like, kind of continent, and more or less, it just kind of has a a path, like a fucking path in the sand marked. There's no like defining characteristics on the spot that's like marked with an X, but it just has like it's circled, and then it has like a amount of days it would take to get there.
I see. One of those like a stargazer's map.
Basically,
You don't have any like actual things to go off of. You have to just like know your paces and the distance and shit.
Yep.
Gregor then says, "Well, I must say I wasn't expecting there to be 2 of you." I look over at the now being pecked at corpse of the other gnoll. My good gnoll, are there any more biting lashes we should know about?
Biting Lash just grins.
Sense motive?
Go ahead.
38.
Oh, for fucking sure you get an ill hunch.
Ah, I see. That is rather ingenious, I must say, especially for savages such as yourselves.
He spits and he
Oh.
says, "Savages. Do you think we're barely even human?"
But you're not human, and neither am I.
Nor am I, nor is he, nor is whatever Anurin is.
Anurin technically
No,
is human.
I'm
He's just a large one.
Anyway,
Not half human.
Biting Lash is more of a moniker. It's a family name, it's a family business.
Ah, yes. Is that how gnolls do things?
That's how these gnolls operate.
I see. Well, since these gnolls are no more, I feel that the moniker ideal might have to, be laid to rest and sorts. Perchance. How many of you are there?
He says, "Why should I say?"
Because I can either do this with words, or I can strip the information from your mind with magic.
I suppose you could. The worst you can do to me is hurt me, maim me.
No.
Kill
no,
me.
No. I could do far worse things to you, my good sir. Such as bore you. I'm gonna, get up to him nice and close and start probing his mind with magic. I have Charm Person, Detect Thoughts, and Charm Monster. So just any or suggestion, any kind of thing. Do you want me
I
to...
will. You can use. I would use your strongest one because I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to will saves, these things have got a pretty good little
Very
shtick.
decent. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll hit him with suggestion at first. Why don't you just tell us? It'll be far easier that way. But when he hears it, it's all like, why don't you tell us?
He'll begin to try and say something, and he'll go, "No, your petty magic won't work on me. I have been subjugated to such torture you should not even imagine."
I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna grab one of his fingers. It's like he's gonna try.
No.
No. I got this. I got George.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab one of his fingers and be like,
I'm gonna turn away.
He's gonna try this one more time, and you won't resist, or I won't resist. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on one of those fingers.
Oh dear.
He won't flinch.
We're talking to a slave lord, and this won't work.
I'm gonna pop that finger.
He will 100% fucking yell.
And I was like, all right, on to the next one.
Anurin. This is the work of Cheliax.
Fine.
This is not the work of Ustalavic expertise members.
We're
I can
on
have
a
a crack
time
at him.
crunch, and this is all I can do. I'm gonna
that's
grab
not
another
all we
finger
can
and
do.
wait.
I'm going to focus my mind and really try and dig in this time.
Oh,
You
yeah,
just see-
baby.
The Noel will kind of he won't be friendly, but he'll answer any questions at this point.
Yeah, it makes him very... he regards us as a trusted friend and ally. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
so
mean he
it's
has to be cute or anything, but okay.
He'll look at you and he'll just say, "I am simply one of many.
One of many.
My family runs deep in Okano. We are the best in the business because we stay hidden. You may have defeated my sister and I, but I would never return to Okano."
No, we don't intend to. Now, if you could simply tell us all the answers to the questions that I would like to ask, then we would be on our way, and honestly, you wouldn't need to see any of us either again. We couldn't care high or hair more of you, though we are not fond of what you've been doing here. There are larger fish to fillet, if that makes any sense.
He just stares at you, just defeated, and says, "What do you wish to know?"
Oh, excellent. I'll kind of clap my hands happily. Well, first of all, you can assist us with understanding what your dealings with Hasselton Laus were. Did he tell you anything other than the number of slaves he required?
He says, "Laos came, wished to buy slaves. My sister came to the agreement, not I. I simply hid and listened.
Unfortunate.
He wished to buy the slaves to go into the desert. Supposedly there's something at a dig site.
A dig site.
A dig site.
Did he mention a name or a purpose?
Only that it's something he's been waiting for a long time."
That's what I was afraid of. Well, what kind of forces did he have allied to him at the time? Did he come as one, or did he come with muscle?
Muscle's he came with a friend.
One friend. Who is this?
Well, it's hard to explain.
What did they look like? Did they look human? Humanoid, at least.
Well, yes, but it was just legs at first.
What? Just a pair of legs?
Eventually, the other half of him showed up.
Oh, Lord.
The alchemist.
The alchemist has followed him through the portal. Oh, Well, that at least answers that question. But how did the legs catch up so quickly? But
The
More
torso is
questions?
what fell after. What
Yes,
chased? Yeah.
Well, you are right on his tail if that's the case. Then, if we are that close. Well, when did he meet with you?
A day and a half ago.
1 day and a half ago. Only 36 hours.
He spent a day here trying to negotiate a price.
Yes. This map. How long would it take to get here?
Well, if we would have the accurate forces, about a couple of days, maybe 3.
3 days? And he's only a day and a half behind. Damn.
No, but with the proper forces, it can be done in 2.
What are these forces?
No, forces. He is able. The slaves that he brought with him. Well, he kind of smiles. He says, "They're bred for work. You see."
I see. Wait. They allowed him to travel faster.
Like a horse to the carriage.
I see. What? Was he in
His
the
friend
Legion's...
his friend had ideas for them.
I see. I can imagine what some of those ideas were. Well, allow me a moment, please. I'll turn to Aaron, Draymore, and Aaron and say,
Aaron is currently casting a spell.
Aaron's casting a
Aaron
spell.
is in a fucking trance.
Oh, I see. She's doing that thing again. Draymore, Aaron, do you have any questions for the man? He's being much more agreeable now.
Draymore will say, is there anything else notable among the people here where he took them? And Fighting Lash will just say, we only have slaves and slaves that he took. We deal with only one thing.
Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you free all of the slaves here? I am, of course, not requesting this. As the caster of this magics, I will honestly insist upon it.
He'll
Regardless
say-
of the make and where they happened, and even if it was done through legal jurisdiction, slavery is something that I can simply not uphold.
He'll look at you and he'll say, while I do trust you, I cannot.
And why
My
is
father
this?
would kill me.
Oh, I see. And who is
Who's
this
your
father of
father?
yours? Is it another biting lash?
He nods his head.
The biting lash, I would assume. Well, that's unfortunate.
It's die now, die later. Death is only in the picture.
It would save many lives and make them much easier. Is there any way that perhaps we could kill your father and save all of you? Or would you simply, after the effects of this magic, do you believe that you would simply turn back to the business?
We all have to earn our keep.
I see.
Do what you will.
Oh, I don't think I'll be doing anything. Such matters are not my pedigree.
Biting Lash looks to Aneurin and kind of gets the gist of what's going on. He'll just look to Aneurin and he'll say, before you do it, just know it was the yellow one that brought you to us.
The yellow one. Wait, what? The yellow one? We have heard of this person. Who is this? Do you know?
Yellow.
Wait. Did he seem regal?
He'll look at both of you and the whole party and said, her name was Werelai.
Werelai. Werelai?
Ah, the one pirate lady.
I see.
The denizen of Lang.
Yes.
Just know, you may hate us, but you were sold to us first.
Yes, we've had dealings with her before. I believe we might not have seen the last of that Scarlet vessel. Should we have to come across her again, we will deal with her again.
He just nods and he closes his eyes. He seems to be done speaking. He is accepting his fate.
No. Open your eyes.
He raises an eye.
Andrin,
What?
I'll just walk away from you.
He's like, what do you want?
Oh, read the room.
Whenever you turn back around and see Erin, you notice that the spell is done casting and she's just standing there glowing fucking blue.
Oh, this is a large one for you, Aaron. I'm excited to see what fun magics you've cooked up for us this time. Please, don't kill us with it again.
I guess I'll turn around and Kudokan?
I will say stop.
No? I peek out from around the corner.
I walk up to the guy. And in Knoll, I say, you're gonna leave this place, wandering this world, freeing slaves, and speaking only truths for the rest of your days. You will never see your family again. This is how you earn your keep.
What?
As I cast Gios.
Oh, you beautiful monster. That's incredible.
Is there not a will save?
There is no save.
I didn't think
Yeah,
so.
It's because it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah.
Oh, she was using that time that we were discussing. Oh, you
Yeah.
are. That's. I like that.
This biting lash will just, like, a magical sigil will be put upon his brow, much like a mark of Cain, and he will stop and look at you. He'll say, "Yes, I believe you're right."
My jaw is on the floor.
I pull one stone from the mud pile that he's in, and it all turns to stand.
He kind of stands up, and he's like he's as tall as Anyon, basically.
Gnolls are very, very big. Like,
Yeah.
they're hunched at like.
They're
so
kind of like an orc. Like,
yeah. They're very
Yeah.
hunched over, and they're still quite taller than a person typically.
he'll straighten his back all the way almost to where he is a little bit above Anyon at this point now. And then he'll just kind of give a curt nod to Aaron. And he'll look to Anyon and he'll just simply say, "What's done is done. Go wherever you wish, but choose where you die." And then he'll just kind of start walking away. And he'll say, "The key you have opens the cells and the treasury beneath."
Ooh. Treasure.
Aaron, I am floored by that. That was amazing.
You don't even know what I said because I said it in Knoll.
No, I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's why he's
I can
he's speechless.
figure out what you did. Like, to me, that was just like I can tell that you were speaking their weird ass language, but it looked just like one big spell. But I could figure out what you did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was incredible. That was a really
Bravo,
well
Aaron.
done.
Well then. Oh, did he say
Didn't
that
you notice
in
me
Alter?
cough up blood?
Aaron,
Yeah,
I'm
because
wounded as
Aaron got
fuck.
fucked up. She got fucked up by him.
I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds.
Oh.
Heal for 12.
Excellent. After a little bit of healing that's done, Luke, you realize, or Gregor realizes, that there was a key slot at the base of the snake statue back here.
Oh, bitchin'.
Nice. Money.
Yeah, I'll just head over there and do the thing.
Okay. When you put the key into the slot, the key melds into the door itself, and a series of clicks and whirls happen as you eventually realize that it's a huge dial, and the dial eventually forms the shape well, it seems to be a knoll biting upon a whip.
Hell yeah.
And then the whole thing falls inward, like back away from you, and forms a set of stairs that go down to a cellar.
Well,
I'll be rolling perception all the way down.
as will I.
As you all then, I'm assuming, go down and begin making your way down. It is very short-lived, as the cellar is, I mean, it's right there. You go down maybe about 10 feet, like a flight of steps, basically. And inside, it's pitch black. Can someone cast a little bit of light in the room, please? Much like the scene in The Mummy,
Oh,
the room is lined. Gold. Weapons.
Oh.
Jewel. Scrolls.
Oh god.
Sculptures.
There's a fucking
Statues.
dragon's horde in here.
There is hundreds of thousands of gold here. Lifetimes of work from these slavers. All
Alexa, play Here Comes the Money.
basically.
Here comes the money! Money talks. Money, money, money.
Yeah,
Wow.
there is a literal fortune of money here.
yes.
I suppose he won't be needing this after what you've done to him, eh, Aaron?
No.
And I believe we may have earned our keep, as is the will of Abadar. I kind of just give a playful wiggle of my eyebrows.
Yeah, Abadar is up in his little section of the heaven, just kind
He
of
pounds his chest and gives the peace sign.
It's the
basically.
picture of fucking Mufasa with thumbs up.
Yeah. And then you have a click in your head, Gregor, that while obviously this is all for you all, there is one person in particular that you probably need to free.
Yes. The Kithian?
Yithian.
The Yithian.
Yithian. I was close.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
While everyone, because I am literally like the money. I'm like a banker almost, but I am going to run off. I'm going to disguise myself as a knoll again and run off to look for the our Yithian companion.
I'm gonna lay my bag on the ground and just start scooping it in.
Yeah.
As you begin running back to where that prison cell was in the side of the mountain, you begin seeing dead gnolls along your way.
Oh lord. Oh wait, we didn't do this, did we, Aaron?
No.
Okay, I inspected a corpse. What is
There's
it? What looked like killed it?
multiple puncture wounds, which seems to be from a spear.
Oh, Aaron did do it.
Yeah. Oh, she done did it.
I'm like, oh lord.
After
Yeah.
a little bit of time, you once
Make it
again
on one.
see this woman bound to the side of a wall inside of a cage. She looks up and sees Gregor that comes forward, and she says, "So,
I'm
you
gonna
did it."
finish. I'm gonna take off my Knoll disguise and reveal my true self.
Yep.
You could say that, yes. And yes, I believe that we've also solved a lot of other problems, but that is
see.
neither here nor there.
Have you come to free me?
That is what you would want, is it?
A very slow and ginger nod.
My dear lady, yes, we have done. Well, should I say, lady? What are your preferred pronouns, Yithian?
Whatever I am currently in is fine and acceptable. Also, this is all in your mind. She's not saying this.
I'm speaking out loud, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'll go to undo her bindings.
When you look at her wrists, they're like fucking horribly scarred, and she has scars all over her.
Poor thing.
She
I
looks
hate
up,
that this would become of you.
and in your mind, you'll just hear, "I've experienced much over my lifetimes.
That's hard to
Bring
imagine.
me to the rest of you, and I shall explain what is truly going on."
At once.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can assist you in this? I will kind of point towards the fact that she's a walking stick and say, I can have some compassion for that. Is there anything I can do for you?
In a very, like, almost robotic, like, but slow, like, just a very alien way of, like, moving. She'll kind of nod her head and look up and then look around and say, "Your arm would suffice."
Oh, of course, you can assume that I would provide that. However, a little bit of flay leaf didn't hurt.
She kind of twerks her head.
No, it's fine. It's not for everyone. It helps me sleep.
Mm.
I'll give her my arm and walk with her.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
old people walking with walking sticks.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of cute. After a little bit, I imagine like you all kind of like gather back down like, in a little like, depository treasury room type deal. And she'll kind of just sit on a little stool that's nearby. And in everyone's mind, she'll say, "At last, you have all gathered."
Indeed.
And then she'll go to each person in their mind saying, "Aaron, Aaron, Draymore, Gregor.
I've lit up a pipe.
For thousands of years, I have waited for this moment. For thousands of years, since the fall of the city, I have waited. It is unbelievable the things that have happened. And it's time that you all learned your part in all of this." She waves her hand, and around you all, the room kind of disappears and turns into a planetarium.
Oh shit.
10,000 years ago, there was a wonderful city. A city of a golden age. For you all, it was known as the Age of Serpents. The city was known. Let's see, what was it known as at that time? The name does not matter. But eventually, there was a taint that came from outside of this world. With it came polyps. A horrible creature. Polyps are a known enemy of us, Githians. These things, they worshipped Hastur, the decadent one. And through their pledge history during the Age of Serpents, they came to Golarion and established something that you all have seen twice before now. Although it has been some time. Perhaps you remember it in the city of Thrushmore.
You speak, of course, of the Star Sellers.
Yes. Have you all come to know what they are truly intended for?
I think... Was
I
Draymore
haven't
the one who found that out, or did we just
Draymore
not
was
know?
on the cusp of it, but I don't think he made his full.
Yeah, like he had like a guess, but he was kind of
Yeah.
correct, but not fully.
She points her walking stick to Draymore, and she says, "It is true that he almost discovered it." As the planetarium kind of switches from the city it's showing to like the Star Cells and Thrushmore and the one below Thrushmore Manor, she says, There are 3 of these. There was one that was known in Thrushmore in Ustalav. One in the nameless city in the Parchlands in southwestern Casmaron, the space where Laos is heading now. Later renamed Netherzaven, a city that I am sure that he is aware of thanks to his dealings with someone outside of this reality. Speaking of the Mad Poet.
Grand.
Now, and then there was a third that was lost to time until there was one who activated them once. The star stellas, they call to something. And that is what we, the Yithians, and the serpent folk that lived in Casmaran wished to cease. We had a fight, a horrific battle with these polyps. And we thought ourselves successful. For the last 10,000 years, I have experienced the human nature of this planet. I have went from body to body, experiencing what you experience, until a few months ago. My body has been in Netherzaven this entire time. But it seems when one of the star stellas activated slightly, it also called and woke something else that's been buried in Netherzaven for a long time. Her actual body gives a big sigh this time.
I will say, during our time in the asylum, I came across a large creature living and slumbering under the asylum itself. Is it one such creature?
She shakes her head. I only wish it was.
I see.
The star Stella reached out, and what she does next is she does not say the name of this thing, but she gives exact images and descriptions to where you all know what it is without knowing truly the name. But I'll say the name just for convenience sake.
Okay.
It called the Great Old One Zaman Dor.
Okay. Yeah. Grand.
Zaman Dor rested in that city. But we defeated him. So we thought. The only thing I know now, and she begins twitching. Kind of like, not like uncontrollably, but she begins like twitching sporadically. My body has been seeded. Many things that whatever must have been left in Netherzaven have been seeded. To be seeded means they are becoming one with Zamindor. And I fear if I die in this body, my mind will forever be trapped in Netherzaven, never to return, and I will perish. There is one of you all, I believe, and she looks to Gregor, that understands a little bit about this.
I'm afraid I do. It has all been made clear to me now, and I fear that I might find myself in a predicament similar to yours.
Now she actually speaks. The one known as Laos has been deep-seated. He grows closer to Zamindor's influence every day. But this is another problem on its own. The reason Zamindor was drawn to the polyps is the polyps anchor this planet to it is an anchor They anchor the city. What Zamindor does is his plan is to infect every living mind in the planet, enveloping it, growing his blot, consuming, draining, and sending the sacrifice back. She points to the stars that are now back on like the planetarium,
Right.
and what seems to be a decadent city comes in the picture. And she says, "To Carcosa." The Thrushmore vanishing. The settlers in Thrushmore. The Star Stella is a means of making the sacrifices to Haster. And while Carcosa powers Haster indirectly, Haster does not wish Zamindor to do it through him because the power goes to Zamindor and only partially to Carcosa. It seems some cultist, someone known as a Briarstone Witch, if memory serves, activated the Star Stella, sacrificing the town to Carcosa, to Haster.
Good lord.
And if y'all remember, you all did
Yeah.
find
Yeah.
that journal that went over all of that.
I still have it on me.
Yep. She says, "I fear if Laos is able to do what he wishes to do, not only will he become seated on Zamindor and infect not only the continent, but the world of Galarian. He will become the new host for Zamindor."
Good lord. This is... I believe this to be something of personal issue, and then maybe at worst just an issue of crisis for Ustalov, but this goes far deeper.
She nods, and then in her mind she says, in all y'all's minds once more she says, "Haster is close to the city. Through your magic, perhaps you can get close behind him. Have time to recuperate, rest, and prepare yourselves."
Wait. You expect us to be able to defeat, or to at least attempt to riposte a great old one?
She shakes her cane and says, "Yes.
I
I have looked into the future. For thousands of years, I have seen where you four coalesce and are able to have a chance. It's grim. I have seen futures where you all succeed. I have seen futures where you all die. I have seen futures where Galarian is saved. And I have seen futures where thousands of innocent lives are sacrificed to the King in Yellow. I truly do not know what will happen. And I, as the DM, also don't know what will happen. But Cackliath says, what I do know is I can lead you to this place. You can rid the seated people that are there. The less that know about Zamindor, the better. And perhaps once and for all, stop Laos and whatever plans he is performing in Neruzavin.
Well, it seems that we still have our mission. I'm gonna just turn to my companions. So how's everyone else faring with this? Aaron, Dramo, Andrew.
Rip roaring and raring to go.
I hear what's happening, but I don't understand.
Draymore is speechless. He just says, "You have got to be joking."
I only wish I was. Truly do I wish.
He says, "Not that. You were alive during the Age of Serpents.
Eh?
You are Yithian. She nods and gives a small smile. She says, and then he says, did you know? Did you ever meet my... And he's getting at if he knew, his deity. And she says, only through name did I ever be able to meet the Great Fanged One. Although you are a wonderful representation of his cult. Draymore is extremely pleased.
Bye-bye. Vindication!
And she says, now, do you all believe you have what it takes? Between this lump sum of gold and my guidance to the city, I am ready whenever you are, heroes.
I'm going to stand up, causing several bones to crack, and then say, I believe that the king and owner of the first vault and the golden key put me on this path for a reason. And I also believe that we are the only people who couldn't do it in the first place. So we have to be the people that do it anyway. And honestly, I'm gonna look to at the four of us. I think we might stand a fair chance.
He looks to Aneurin, waiting for Aneurin to say something to her, back, whatever his words may be. Aneurin.
I've been muted. Crap. I'll go off of what Gregor just said. It's like, of course we will fight and we will win. And I'll give him a good old pat on the back.
I look to Aaron.
I look back at her.
She's not much one for talking, especially to older folk.
No, I enjoy this one.
What?
She gives a little bit of a smile.
I snap my head over. Wait, what?
Yeah, a small smile. She looks to Draymore, who just nods, and she gives a curt nod, and she'll say, then, I would say you have at most a day to get ready. Good luck. I will be here waiting. And that is where we'll bring this session to an end. The end of Book 4 and beginning of Book 5. What grows within?
Yeah, fuck everything in this picture.
I look forward to the next session. I look forward to seeing how the heroes handle the challenges presented before them.
That is just
And as always, I look forward to seeing everyone's reaction, and hopefully you enjoyed this session, and we'll see you all next time.
God,
Say
this game.
so long to everyone.
Good night, everybody. Jesus,
Oh,
fuck.
It's the
Goodbye.
Tatterman part 2.
Fucking real. Oh. Okay.
And the tongue of the Elder Toad.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.